Hey guys, RC here. Welcome back. We're getting ready to do episode 4 of our Let's Play Draft Day Sports College Football. We are playing as the Oklahoma Sooners, and we are specifically playing with them because we are looking at the option attack and the option game plan in that comes with the game. Um, this is a very new game, just came out a few months ago. Uh, I've been playing it since it got released, and I'm starting to get a handle on some things. And when I do that, as I mentioned in the first video, and I'll just kind of repeat it here if you're just tuning in, I like to start expanding my knowledge base, and I like to start playing around with some new things. And one of the things that I've always liked to do with college football games, and I played the college years from Soul Seismic Studios, uh, Bowl-bound college football from Grey Dog Sports, is I go in and I try to replicate the the wishbone attack of Oklahoma and Nebraska circa 1970s and early 80s. Oklahoma in particular, when Barry Switzer was there, they won 3 national championships. Quarterbacks like Jamel Holloway, um, just were astounding. And they had a saying on the team that their goal was to hang half 100 on people, and that means they were going to go out and score 50 points in a game. And lo and behold, they did it an awful lot. So what we've seen through 2 games here is the the first time that I did it, I had a little bit of spread added in, and the spread is that comes with the game is obviously very pass centric, so more along the lines of Oregon rather than along the lines of West Virginia in and Auburn in their spread attack. Um, I, because there's no pictures with the playbooks, and you're not exactly sure what plays are actually in that playbook. I am guessing their idea of a spread is more in line with what we used to call the run and gun, kind of like the Houston Oilers ran with Warren Moon and and those guys. Um, just my guess. I don't know that for a fact, but based on the results, and granted it was just a 1 game look, but we went into the game plan. We changed it over to strictly option. We took out my playbooks completely, uh, which is too bad. I'm really having issues with any self-designed playbooks doing anything. So I don't know if that's the best way to go or not. But right now we're getting into recruiting for week 3. We lost another player, so that's why we have 10 points back. And I'm particularly wanting to look at. So nobody recruited this guy again, but we did get some scouting on him. So he's got exceptional speed, remarkable agility. I tell you what, he's a 5-star. He's not. Well, we haven't interviewed him yet, but everything there tells me that boy, he looks really good. So we're going to schedule an interview. I'm going to pop the 10 on him, and I'm going to give him another 10 points here. And then we're going to come into the recruiting category. Targets only. Quarterbacks first and foremost. All right, Neil Weller, pedestrian speed, great, remarkable. So he'd be a good passer, not very fast, but good agility. So maybe if I'm reading, maybe he would have the ability to make that first guy miss. And while he wouldn't gain a lot of yards, he could gain some yardage. at least making that first person miss. Let's see, James Carpenter still has LSU after him. Acceptable, average. All right. Well, I'm not going to offer him. I'm going to continue to recruit him. Nobody else is on him. I'm going to, well, I can't really drop any points. Who do I need to come off of here? Great. Exceptional. See, he's going to be a better quarterback. So yeah, I'm going to pull this guy and we're going to hide him. He's not very interested in us, but we're the only ones on him. Not sure why that would be, but that's okay. Pedestrian speed. You know what? I think I've got enough guys. I'm going to go ahead and nail polish. My wife must have been looking for nail polish on my computer. I'm going to leave the 3 points on him because they don't do me any good. Still, I have 4 scholarship offers. I think Donovan's going to be the guy that I would love to have. I just don't know how you pass on a 5-star, but I tell you what, we're going to pull off of him. Is anybody else recruiting him? No. But see, we had 10 points on him and we don't. Well, he's just not very interested in us. So, yeah, I'm going to pull off of him. We're just going to hide him. Exceptional, great. Pedestrian intelligence bothers me. Yeah, I'm going to come off of him too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add points here. Even though I haven't offered him, I'm going to recruit him hard. But these are the 2 guys that I'm going to go after. All right, and then we're going to go to everybody. All right, so 97 interest. So my goal this week is to make sure that I have scouting. Well, actually, you know what? I need to save at least 10 points. I need 10 points for the for 2 guys that I can recruit now. So I think I've rebounded rather well from that first week debacle where I left it on computer recruiting. Now you see a couple of these guys that I'm the only one on their board. I could come off my recruiting points a little bit, but because I'm only 2 weeks in with these guys, I only have 20 points. I don't want to risk doing that just yet, because that could easily let someone. Oh shoot, I need to put that to 0. Okay, so we'll have to come back and scout these guys later. All right, real quick, I want to look at my positions. So I had 11 targets. I've ended up making offers to 2. I really don't need them, but I really don't have a true dual threat quarterback on my roster. So to run a wishbone or an option, I think I need to get that. All right, we're going to have 4 running backs. Now that targets, that includes hidden ones as well. So I've probably hidden a lot of those. I've got 2 offers on fullbacks, 1 on tight end. So I would like to maybe look at a guard. A corner. I've got 2 offers out. A free safety. That's something I don't have. All right, so let's look only for free safeties. And I'm just going to start up at the top, see if I can find somebody that doesn't have any interest on him yet. All right, Nicholas Lyles from Maryland. And Toby Cochran out of Washington. Now, again, I probably wouldn't recruit these guys with a lower prestige, irregardless of their rank, but because I'm looking at, because I'm a national program, that's kind of what's driving my willingness to go outside of my local area. All right, so 3 points. I'm not going to worry about that. Um, again, I could put it on somebody, but do I really need anybody? And will 3 points help me? I don't know. You know what? I've got everybody there. How about hidden? Who was that one guy? It was him. You know what? I'm gonna put 3 points on him. I'm gonna unhide him, and I'm gonna throw him one of the scholarships just to do it. Worst that can happen is he says no. Speed is a concern. That acceptable agility, he might make the first guy miss, and I think he'll be a good passer out of the wishbone if I need him. So just because he's not running personally, I think it could still work. All right, let's get into the game. Sim the week. Give it a minute here to do its calculations. And it does seem like it takes a while, but what you have to remember is it's not just simming the games, it's also doing all the recruiting for the week as well. So that is a lot of that memory. So we win 27-17. Looks like we had we had the lead at we were trailing at the half. We got a 1-yard run, a 1-yard pass, a field goal, and a 9-yard run. If we look at yardage, 30 first downs, 456 yards, 86 passing, 370 rushing on 78 rushing attempts. Very nice. Now, Fullerton is my junior. Why did it put him in the game? I didn't change anything this time, so obviously it's not locking in the depth chart and the game plan, or at least the depth chart for that particular game plan, because I had my freshman in there. All right, Dove was a running back. Smith is a running back. Acosta is a running back. Benoit's a running back. Fullerton's my quarterback, so he had 4 carries for 10 yards. And Hinkle's my fullback. All right, so I guess the question I need to pose out to the Wolverine guys is, what do we need to do to tweak this to get it more realistic for what we would expect for a Wishbone-based attack? Because in this one, with what the game is doing, it's not incorporating that fullback at all, at all. Well, all right. Let's check recruiting. Let me check where we're at on recording time. We got about 10 minutes left, so we're good. All right. Training report. Yep. All right. We lose a cornerback to the Aggies, and we're still looking for our first commitment, which is okay. We've got a 3-game road swing coming up here that we'll need to deal with. All right, let me see if we come into the Wishbone, and there's Muller. So he was in there. He is not injured. And if we go to the game plan, I've got the option. So he should have been in there some, right? I mean, 1st and 10 should have been an option. So you know, tell you what, let's go back to roster, Muller, game logs. So he did not play in that game, even though he was listed as the starter. So not sure why. Let's see, player stats, player bio. Well, it gave him credit for playing, but he didn't do anything. We didn't have a single attempt or a single pass. You know what? Let me come in and look at the game analysis. See, that's odd that we're even running the shotgun. Spread. All right, Oklahoma kicked off. Fullerton was in on the first play of the game for us. Fullerton. So yeah, so he didn't play at all, even though we've got him listed definitively as the starter in the depth chart. Now, if we look at the master depth chart, Fullerton's number 1, and I'm not disputing that. And in the spread, Fullerton's going to be number 1, but in the Wishbone, Muller should be number 1. And if we go to game plan, option, and see, Wishbone is not an option. These 2 Wishbones, those are my customized playbooks, which I don't think that I can set a depth chart for that, which may be an issue. But if I'm going with option, that should cover the wishbone as well. And that should be that quarterback playing in that position. So not sure what's going on. All right, so we lost a corner. I still have one offer out. I'm going to just drop down to the 4 stars now. We're late enough in the season that teams should have their boards pretty sorted out. A center. I don't really need a center though. Another center. A tackle, Rashad Morgan, number 88. And let's give him 10 points. Recruiting. All right, Daryl Hodge. See, he's dropped down to 35 interest because I don't have any points on him. All right, now you can see we're up to 72% certainty. Great speed, exceptional agility, unique, great, unique, and he's a workout fanatic. So that's the guy that I want. He would be mind-blowing intelligence. So see, that's gone up. Okay, remarkable, remarkable. So he would not be bad either. I don't feel either one of those guys for our wishbone offense. Still the only team after him, but I'm not going to offer him yet. What I am going to do, well, not yet. Oh, you know what? Yes, I am. I'm going to come down to 8 points, and I'm going to raise him up to 5. Probably not going to help, but okay. So let's come down here. All 90s. I want to make sure everybody's got some scouting right now, so I at least have a little bit of information. I give him 5 more points. 5. All right, he already had some. Alexander. Another pro bloodline. I've actually never seen that before. Ooh, hold on. Oh, that's Daryl Hodge. Okay, I want to pull that off. That's that quarterback. I don't need anything on that quarterback. All right, 8. 8. He's already got 10. So let me go 10, 10. And I'll come up and I'll fill in just a few points for each one of these guys. There we go. All right. So we've checked again. God. So we checked our depth chart, we checked our game plan, and that freshman should be getting the playing time. So let's take a look at it again. Another week. And we're in the final minute here, so I tell you what, let's go ahead and put a cut, and we'll pick up here in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.